All right, round two. We'll play first. Yes, it's a good keep. A lot of good things going for this hand. Land there was pretty important, but nothing to be done. All right. Still just missing land drops that we pretty desperately need now. Unfortunately, our captive's just a huge target because we've just missing land drops. Yeah. So now we're going to draw the land, of course. All right. So now the captive's irrelevant. I guess can leave up bombardment. All right. Hmm. All right. Okay. So we can bombardment and aim high this turn. So we probably just swing with these three. Should maybe just swing with these two. Well, that works for me. So I can play It of the Horrid Swarm off my survival list. I'm not sure if that's good, though. So now their prized amalgam can technically come back. All right, well, kind of glad I waited on that It of the Horrid Swarm. I'll tell you that much. I'll tell you that. I see. So their plan is to get back the Stitchwing and then get back the Gnarlwood Dryad. I still think I want to block with the Gnarlwood Dryad, though. Because it's not like my Dryad can attack into rats, you know? So I think we'll just block anyway. Make my opponent discard the 2 cards. So we can fry the rats. Let's see. I can play the It of the Horrid Swarm for 3 mana. Fry the rats. And I guess that's it. I don't want to offer the trade with Captain. All right. Is it enter tapped at least? Yeah. And it takes a while. It's like not immediate. Only 2 card types currently, though, which is not as many as I want. All right, so they can get the Stitchwing back, but they're all going to be tapped, right? This comes back tapped, this comes back tapped. So, swinging for the fences here. Oh, just the win too. Nice. It's not even a huge deal, depending on what he does it on, I guess. Probably will do it on the 8 of the Horde Swarm, I imagine. In which case, it will be a little bit of a problem, won't it? Yeah. All right. You did it. So we're going to be on a 2-turn clock, and we're right now, as of now, not going to be able to beat that. Trying to think if maybe playing 8 of the Horde Swarm puts more. Replaying 8 of the Horde Swarm probably just puts more damage on board. Might just be smarter. Like, just ditch the captive plan. Play the 8 of the Horde Swarm. Basically just get a ton of bodies on the board. Plus be able to, like, keep the amalgam back. Even though I don't think my opponent would. I mean, I could also ditch the captain, but I just... Yeah, I think we're just going to ditch the captive and just have all the beaters we can. We're going to need them. Because I don't think we've got enough gasoline to beat those flyers anyway. Maybe if I get a rabid bite, I could buy myself, or a prey upon. So there are actual things that would buy us time here. We do have outs, is what I'm trying to say. Still have outs. That's not an out, though. All right. So we desperately sought out our outs. Could not find them. So we're going to lose this one. Yep, get nothing. No value. No value, just a loss. All right, so do we have any sideboard stuff against the Esper deck? So currently 0 pieces of mana fixing, and my opponent is just making it work. Let's see here. What can I do against flyers? This doesn't do anything, nothing. This protects against removal, so grit might actually be decent. Aim high is extremely important. So yeah, I guess we just bring in the grit for something that I haven't identified yet. In retrospect, maybe we just don't do the grit. There's just nothing I want to take out. Prey upon seems more important. I have to be able to deal with his flyers. We don't even have good prey upon targets for his flyers, though. I suppose, do we? Not really. All right. Maybe we do swap these so I have some out to his removal. All right. I wish this hand did so much more than it does. I think I might actually have to mulligan this hand, sadly. I can't play this. This has nothing without a creature, so we got to do better than that. All right, thankfully we did better. This hand is very good. Going to bottom that. So at least we get to go captive into Survivalist, assuming my opponent doesn't have a deadweight. All right. Grit. Okay. Main phase unsubstantiated. That should be good for me. Keep that in mind, because my opponent just played a card for tempo purposes. Nothing else. So we'll replay it. Pass. Missed our land drop. Okay. Well, the good news is Grit looks really good here. All right. So I've got 5 mana. We'll just play another Survivalist. Pass. Honestly, this Woodcutter's Grit, if it was a Prey Upon, does seem like it would be quite a bit better. That's all right. It's all right. Pacifist, there's a good one. Let's get in with our Survivalist. Then we'll go Pacifist plus Hamlet Captain. Could leave up the Grit, but I want this Hamlet Captain with double human out right now. It's way better for us. Okay, open the armory. Searching up. Deadweight. I don't know what my opponent's splash color is. I've seen 0 fixing, but they're making it work. They're making the 0 fixing deck work really well. Alright, so now we have 6 mana. We can smash. I'll trade a Grit for an Unhallowed, by the way. They don't even want to trade. Okay. Sure. All the deadweights. Okay, Cold Wolf's actually a good draw. Good draw. Was it Silver Strike? They don't even want to show it. Okay. All right. Well, we got game 2. That's cool. Root Out Now. What does it deal with? It deals with choking restraints. What else does it deal with? Dead weight, but that one seems a lot less relevant. So I could swap Root Out for Woodcutter's Grit, but Grit just was a lot better there as an actual combat trick. So I might just keep the Woodcutter's Grit. Probably just going to keep the Woodcutter's Grit. Protects against more things, instants included, and sorceries, of course. So let's just run it back again. This is a good enough hand, definitely. Any hand where I can do the turn 3 survivalist, potentially. The problem is my opponent showed me multiple deadweights, but I'm not going to play around them. All right, curving out. God, I would love to play this Smoldering Werewolf next turn. Be really good. Okay, getting the deadweight so they can kill our captive. Oof. That is Value City over there. That is Value Town. That is what we were looking for. All right. Let's play Mr. Value Town. Value, value. Thank you. Don't mind if I do. We'll take it if he wants to. Yeah, because we can smash better than our opponent now. So let's go Survivalist and then pass. All right. Fortune's Favor. So we'll do Bound by Moonsilver, and they need the white mana more. So I'd rather them take the Bound, I think, than the Griff. So let's give them incentive to take the Bound. Because I can still, like, Rabid Bite or whatever. And I have another creature. I have a good board. So I guess the Griff is... Even though I can deal with that, too. I guess either of these piles I'm fine with. I actually don't know what my opponent would prefer either. Like, I feel like the Griff is probably better for them because they would get... I guess either one is beatable, right? All right, we're not attacking into that. Okay. All right. Sure. Going for that tempo. All right. Kind of wish I could do a bit more than I can, but we're going to play the Survivalist here. Land there is very important. Let's play the Survivalist first. All right. Okay. Can I do everything? I can kill my opponent here. I'm trying to think of the best way to do it. So I think we Rabid Bite, Werewolf, Amalgam. And then we Bombardment. Okay. Got the match. Another way I could have done that was aim high my Survivalist and then Rabid Bite, but I feel like that's actually more detrimental if my opponent's got last card as a bounce or something. Because at least if they have a bounce, I'd rather than bounce my guy that can be a game winner later, you know? All right, very good. Got round 2. Was not easy, but we got there. Still don't know how my opponent made that mana base work so well, but they did. All right. I guess they did have Warp Landscape. Okay, we'll see you in round 3.